Have you ever noticed how certain phrases seem to slip out when someone is truly smitten? When a man's heart belongs to an older woman, there are specific words that reveal his deepest feelings, phrases he might not even realize he's saying. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of age gap attraction and uncovering the 11 telltale phrases that expose a man's genuine devotion to a mature woman. Stay tuned, because what you're about to discover might completely change how you interpret romantic conversations. Love doesn't follow a rule book, and attraction certainly doesn't consult a calendar. When a man finds himself drawn to an older woman, something profound happens in his psyche, and it shows up in his language in the most revealing ways. These aren't just random compliments or casual observations. These are deep, unconscious expressions that bubble up from a place of genuine admiration and emotional connection. Number 1, I feel safe with you. The first phrase that consistently emerges is, I feel safe with you. This might seem surprising, especially in a society that often portrays men as the protectors. But when a man's heart belongs to an older woman, he discovers something profound about emotional safety. This isn't about physical protection. It's about the psychological sanctuary that comes from being with someone who has weathered life's storms and emerged stronger. When he says, I feel safe with you, he's expressing something incredibly vulnerable. He's telling you that your presence creates a space where he can let his guard down, where he doesn't have to perform or pretend. Older women often possess an emotional stability that comes from experience, from having navigated relationships, career challenges, and personal growth. This creates an environment where a man can be authentic without fear of judgment or instability. This feeling of safety often manifests in how he approaches the relationship. He might open up more quickly, share deeper fears and dreams, or show vulnerability in ways he hasn't before. The phrase, I feel safe with you, reveals that he's found something rare, a partner who makes him feel emotionally secure and accepted. Number 2, you get me like nobody else does. The second revealing phrase is, you get me like nobody else does. This is perhaps one of the most profound confessions a man can make. When he says this to an older woman, he's expressing that she understands him on a level that others haven't reached. This understanding often comes from her life experience, her emotional intelligence, and her ability to see beyond surface-level behaviors to understand underlying motivations and feelings. Older women often have a developed capacity for empathy and insight that comes from years of navigating relationships and understanding human nature. When a man feels truly understood by her, it creates an incredibly powerful bond. He's not just attracted to her physically or intellectually, he's attracted to her ability to see and accept who he really is. This phrase often emerges during moments of vulnerability, when he's sharing something important and realizes that she not only listens, but truly comprehends what he's experiencing. It's about recognition, validation, and the profound relief that comes from being seen and understood by someone whose opinion matters deeply to him. Number 3, I can't imagine my life without you now. The third phrase that reveals his deep feelings is, I can't imagine my life without you now. This is a declaration of emotional dependency in the most beautiful sense. When a man says this to an older woman, he's expressing that she has become integral to his vision of the future, his daily happiness, and his sense of completeness. This phrase often emerges relatively early in relationships with older women, because the connection tends to be more mature and substantial from the beginning. Unlike relationships that build slowly from casual attraction, age gap relationships often involve men who are drawn to the depth and substance that older women bring. This creates faster emotional bonding and a quicker recognition of the relationship's importance. When he says he can't imagine life without her, he's expressing that she's filled a void he might not have even realized existed. This isn't about codependency. It's about recognition that she brings qualities to his life that feel essential: wisdom, stability, understanding, and a different perspective that enriches his world. Number 4, you make me want to be better. The fourth phrase that consistently slips out is, you make me want to be better. This is incredibly revealing because it shows that his attraction goes beyond what she gives him to how she inspires him to grow. When a man's heart belongs to an older woman, he often finds himself motivated to rise to her level, to become worthy of her respect and attention. This isn't about feeling inadequate, it's about inspiration. Older women often have established careers, clear values, and a sense of purpose that can be incredibly motivating to younger men. When he says she makes him want to be better, he's expressing that her example pushes him to pursue his goals more seriously, to develop his character, and to become the man he aspires to be. This phrase often emerges when he's talking about his ambitions, his personal growth, or his future plans. He recognizes that being with her has elevated his standards for himself and his life. It's a beautiful acknowledgement that love can be a catalyst for personal development and growth. Number 5, I tell my mum about you. The fifth revealing phrase is, I tell my mum about you. This might seem simple, but it's actually incredibly significant. When a man tells an older woman that he talks to his mother about her, he's expressing that she's not just a romantic interest. She's someone he sees as a potential life partner, worthy of his family's attention and approval. This phrase is particularly meaningful in age gap relationships because it shows that he's not hiding the relationship or treating it as a temporary attraction. He's proud enough of the connection to share it with the most important woman in his life. It indicates that he sees the relationship as legitimate and significant, not as something to be secretive about. When he says this, he's also expressing trust in both women, trust that his mother will see what he sees in her, and trust that she will understand the significance of being introduced into his family circle. It's a declaration of serious intent and genuine respect. Number 6, you're the only person I can talk to about this. The sixth phrase that reveals his deep feelings is, you're the only person I can talk to about this. This confession shows that she has become his primary confidant, the person he turns to when he needs to process important thoughts or feelings. This level of trust and intimacy is incredibly significant in any relationship, but it's particularly meaningful when it comes from a man to an older woman. This phrase often emerges when he's dealing with career decisions, family issues, or personal challenges. He recognizes that her life experience and wisdom make her the ideal person to discuss serious matters with. It's not just about seeking advice, it's about finding someone who can truly understand the complexity of what he's experiencing. He says she's the only person he can talk to about something. He's expressing that she provides a unique combination of understanding, discretion, and insight that he can't find elsewhere. It's a profound expression of trust and emotional intimacy. Number 7, I don't care what people think. The seventh phrase that consistently slips out is, I don't care what people think. This is particularly significant in age gap relationships because there can be social judgment or questioning from others. When a man says this to an older woman, he's expressing that his feelings for her are stronger than any external pressure or opinion. This phrase reveals emotional maturity and genuine commitment. He's choosing her over social expectations, peer pressure, or conventional thinking about relationships. It's a declaration that what they have together is more important than what others might think about their age difference. When he says he doesn't care what people think, he's also expressing confidence in their relationship and in his own choices. It shows that he's thought through any potential challenges and decided that she's worth it. This kind of conviction is incredibly meaningful and shows the depth of his feelings. Number 8, I've never felt this way before. The eighth revealing phrase is, "I've never felt this way before." This is a profound confession that what he's experiencing with her is unique and unprecedented in his romantic history. When a man says this to an older woman, he's expressing that the connection transcends his previous understanding of attraction and love. This phrase often emerges because relationships with older women tend to be qualitatively different from those with women his own age. The depth, maturity, and complexity of the connection can be unlike anything he's experienced before. He's not just talking about intensity, he's talking about a different kind of feeling altogether. When he says he's never felt this way before, he's expressing wonder, gratitude, and perhaps a little vulnerability. He's acknowledging that she's opened up new emotional territory for him and that the experience is both thrilling and transformative. Number 9. I wish we'd met sooner. The ninth phrase that reveals his deep feelings is, "I wish we'd met sooner." This might seem contradictory in an age gap relationship, but it's actually incredibly meaningful. When a man says this to an older woman, he's expressing regret about lost time and eagerness to maximize their time together. This phrase reveals that he sees their relationship as something special that he wishes could have lasted longer. It's not about wishing she were younger, it's about wishing they could have had more time together. He recognizes that the time they have is precious and wants to make the most of it. When he says he wishes they'd met sooner, he's also expressing that he sees a future with her and wants as much time as possible to build that future together. It's a beautiful expression of how much he values their connection and his desire to maximize their time together. Number 10. I can be myself around you. The 10th phrase that consistently emerges is, "I can be myself around you." This is perhaps one of the most important confessions in any relationship. When a man says this to an older woman, he's expressing that she creates a space where he can be authentic, vulnerable, and real without fear of judgment or rejection. This phrase often emerges because older women tend to have developed acceptance and understanding that comes from life experience. They're often past the point of trying to change their partners or having unrealistic expectations. This creates an environment where a man can relax into his true self. When he says he can be himself around her, he's expressing profound comfort and trust. He's telling her that she accepts his flaws, appreciates his strengths, and doesn't require him to maintain a facade. This kind of acceptance is incredibly valuable and creates a foundation for deep emotional intimacy. Number 11. You've changed me. The final phrase that reveals when a man's heart belongs to an older woman is, "You've changed me." This is perhaps the most profound confession of all. When a man says this, he's expressing that the relationship has fundamentally altered who he is, how he sees the world, and how he approaches life. This change isn't about losing himself. It's about becoming a better version of himself. Older women often bring perspective, wisdom, and stability that can be transformative for younger men. When he says she's changed him, he's expressing gratitude for the growth and development that the relationship has inspired. This phrase often emerges when he's reflecting on how the relationship has affected his priorities, his goals, or his understanding of what's important in life. He recognizes that being with her has made him more mature, more focused, or more emotionally intelligent. The psychology behind these phrases. What makes these 11 phrases so revealing is that they represent different aspects of deep emotional connection and genuine love. They're not surface-level compliments about appearance or temporary attractions. Instead, they reveal profound psychological and emotional bonds that transcend age differences. When a man consistently uses these phrases, he's expressing several key things. First, he's found emotional safety and understanding with her. Second, he sees her as integral to his present and future. Third, he's experiencing personal growth and transformation through the relationship. Fourth, he's willing to prioritize their connection over external pressures or opinions. The frequency and context of these phrases also matter enormously. If he's saying these things regularly and in various situations, it indicates that these feelings are consistent and deep rather than momentary or situational. These aren't lines he's using to impress her. They're genuine expressions of his emotional reality. Understanding the deeper dynamics, these phrases reveal something beautiful about human connection and the potential for love to transcend conventional boundaries. They show that attraction can be based on the deepest, most meaningful qualities a person can possess. When a man's heart truly belongs to an older woman, these phrases slip out because they represent his genuine recognition of what she brings to his life. The emotional maturity required to express these feelings is significant. It takes a certain level of self-awareness and emotional intelligence to recognize and articulate these deeper aspects of connection. Men who use these phrases are typically those who have moved beyond superficial preferences to appreciate the profound qualities that often come with age and experience. The impact on both partners. For older women, hearing these phrases can be incredibly validating and reassuring. They indicate that the attraction isn't based on fetishization or superficial factors, but on genuine appreciation for who she is as a complete person. These phrases show that he sees her wisdom, her emotional intelligence, and her life experience as assets rather than obstacles. For the men expressing these feelings, these phrases represent a level of emotional honesty and vulnerability that can be transformative. Being able to recognize and articulate these deeper aspects of attraction often leads to more meaningful and satisfying relationships. Recognizing authentic connection. These 11 phrases serve as markers of authentic connection in age gap relationships. They help distinguish between relationships based on genuine compatibility and those that might be based on less healthy dynamics. When these phrases emerge naturally and consistently, they indicate that the relationship is built on mutual respect, emotional intimacy, and genuine appreciation. The evolution of expression over time, these phrases often evolve and deepen. What might start as "I feel safe with you" can develop into more complex expressions of security and trust. "You've changed me" might become more specific as he recognizes particular ways the relationship has influenced his growth and development. These 11 phrases represent the vocabulary of deep emotional connection when a man's heart truly belongs to an older woman. They reveal attraction that goes beyond the surface to appreciate wisdom, emotional intelligence, and the profound qualities that often come with life experience. When you hear these phrases consistently, you're witnessing evidence of genuine love that transcends age boundaries and conventional expectations. The beauty of these expressions lies in their authenticity. They're not calculated compliments or strategic words chosen for effect. They're genuine expressions of what happens when someone finds exactly what they didn't even know they were looking for in a partner. They represent the vocabulary of transformation, growth, and deep emotional connection that can occur when love is based on the most meaningful human qualities. So there you have it, the 11 phrases that reveal when a man's heart truly belongs to an older woman. From "I feel safe with you" to "You've changed me," these verbal cues offer fascinating insights into the deeper dynamics of attraction and connection that transcend age boundaries. Have you noticed these phrases in your own relationships or conversations? Share your experiences in the comments below. And if you found this exploration of relationship psychology helpful, make sure to subscribe for more insights into the fascinating world of human connection. Remember, love doesn't follow age rules, it follows the heart. Until next time, keep listening to what words really reveal about the people in your life.